So I completely cut my normal routine to train like an athlete for 6 weeks. Now, this is just gonna be completely different than anything you see in standard gym culture, right? We're not slowing down doing bicep curls. We're up there doing cleans, jumps, hops, skits, footwork, all this other stuff. I wanna show you exactly what happened. You may be wondering, why does it matter? Well, you've been doing the same splits, the same exercises, the same machines, the same reps, the same sets, and all the same plateau, time after time. What are we missing? What do we need? Well, this unconventional approach, which for some is very conventional, for you, it's very different. This is gonna get you to break past that, feel better and perform better. Why your body wasn't adapting, or why it isn't currently adapting. Well, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what I did, why it worked, and how you can apply it to your own program to see actual results, feel a little bit better, so on and so forth, and avoid things that are honestly just a waste of time. So the overall movements that you are going to be seeing are compounding, fast-paced, explosive movements in order to connect everything so things pair, wrap up well, and are utilized by people who are going to use it for performance. Now that's just a wordy way of saying that these movements help you jump faster, run higher, and overall just have a better time with how you can utilize all the strength, all the stability, and all those healthy fun things that the gym is meant for outside of the gym. So let's talk about a couple movements that I highly recommend. The first exercise I want to talk to you about that you should utilize is the hang clean. The hang clean from toe to tip your fingers is a very explosive and powerful movement that's going to help you to develop into just being more explosive, which is going to help you feel springy, and overall this full body control and movement is just going to give you a performance carryover just from toe to tip. Next up, I want to talk to you about rotational wall balls. Now this is a great way for you to get your hips, your legs, and your obliques all communicating in sync with your upper body, because everything is going to be like a whip as you throw this ball into the wall. This helps you with any sort of sport that you may enjoy, whether it's golf, baseball, football, even depending on some pastimes, even basketball. So with that being said, rotational wall balls allow you to coil your body and uncoil in an explosive manner that just feels amazing while also keeping your lower back safe. Honestly, this last one might be a little bit surprising, but the Cossack squat, to ensure that your hips are that mobile, getting low into a Cossack squat plus the strength from your adductors, one, is great for hip and knee health, but two, it's a fun kind of aesthetic one, because the thicker your adductors are, the thicker your thighs look. And you know what they say about thick thighs? They save lives. These three exercises allow you to utilize your body in different planes of movement. It's a free weight variation, which is going to be joint control, especially for change direction. But overall, the explosive movement, once you have mastered that, you're going to feel a lot safer and a lot more controlled and a lot more capable anywhere and everywhere that you are. And the nervous system development through all these movements are going to allow you to utilize your body a little bit better outside of the gym as well. And inside, of course. So after going through all these different movements and trying to get better at them over 6 weeks, going a little bit heavier, maybe having a little bit more mobility and more range of motion, the three things that made the most progress, in my opinion, from looking at the program, was my hang cleans felt a lot smoother by the end. It wasn't such a jagged movement. Performance-wise, that one felt a little bit lighter and a lot more controllable. Two, my speed overall on how twitchy or springy I could be was significantly better by the end of those 6 weeks. So one, boxing training felt so much better to me. And two, and outside of the gym, I just felt like a little bit more energetic because I felt like I was capable of moving more and moving better. And the third thing that honestly surprised me, I would have to say, is that my recovery rate through the week was way better than I expected. Every day, every workout for the most part, I felt extremely fresh. Now, there were a select few days where if life, sleep, and nutrition wasn't quite where it needed to be, maybe I didn't feel as fresh. But if everything else was the way it's typically supposed to be, everything felt so much better. Just constantly, like I was ready for the next workout. I was excited. I wasn't feeling a little burnt out. Wasn't feeling tired. Like, man, I only have an hour to get through today's workout. I was like, I'm ready to work out. I'm ready to work out. I'm ready to work out. The thing that surprised me was that it's just that my mindset or the physicality behind it seemed to affect equal parts opposite of each other of that, you know, 2 out of 3 ratio, 2 to 3 ratio or whatever, where I was ready, but I felt fresh, which I think helped me feel more ready. I wasn't like, I'm so sore, I'm so tired, but I gotta get it done. I felt good. Like, I feel like I have a lot of energy to spare today. It was amazing. Overall, everything paired and came together in this program, and it helped me feel a lot more capable and stronger once I went back to my typical training, which at the moment is hypertrophy paired with boxing. Since on the peak force velocity curve, they're a little bit more separated, I can get a little bit more intensity in throughout the week without feeling too bad in my joints. So, with that being said, this athletic program, the advice I want you to take away and what you should include are incorporate explosive movements. Make sure they're compounds and make sure that they have some sort of carryover to something you enjoy. Now, that could be day-to-day life. That could be you're learning how to box, like me. That could be that you enjoy playing basketball with your friends. You might play football with your friends. You might go golfing with your friends. And all 3 movements that I picked for you are somewhat in turn, in one way or another, can help you performance-wise, help you feel better-wise when you're out there playing. And of course, all this purely relies on what you need, how you move, how you feel, anything that holds you back, etc., etc., etc. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. Everyone's going to utilize different things, but that would be my 3 top picks. Now, what would I do if I had a chance to redo the 6-week program again? I would change the volume. A lot of it just seemed like not enough, and considering how fresh I felt from day to day and week to week, I mean, I could have ran that program for probably 4 or 5 more weeks and still felt extremely fresh. Now, I couldn't move any faster with heavier weights. I couldn't up the weight, but I would definitely change the volume, where I would probably up it a little bit on a few exercises and lower it on the accessories. That's just my opinion. And I'd probably add a couple extra movements in there. Kneeling box jumps, bounding, maybe some broad jumps in there, and sprints. For some reason, I just didn't have them in there, and I didn't think about it till like 4 weeks in, and I was like, I don't want to mess with it now. So yeah, those would be the things that I changed. Nothing in particular to the structure of the exercise program. I saw a positive change anyway. But this is to pair with just how I would improve it. But the program itself was great. I noticed a big change, and I'm hoping that you guys notice a change as well, even if you don't run an entire program that's like this. Well, even remotely close to maybe something that I did, but including more explosive and power movements that just have kind of an athletic mindset and carryover behind it. I think you'll feel a lot better and a lot more springy, a lot more kick, a lot more pow to anything and everything that you do. So I want you to include it. I want you to think about it, and I want you to be able to have a good time with it. This is to see actual results in and outside of the gym. The gym, unless it makes you income, is technically a supplementary for feeling better outside of the gym. You know, makes the sad voices go away inside the head, the heavier the circles are. So, with all that being said, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you try it, and I hope you see a big difference. There's a lot of balancing when it goes into pushing yourself to developing into greater, more capable loads. That's just part of what it is. If you can handle it, take it. If you can't, well, work towards it. I will see you all in the next video. As always, stay grinding, stay smart, and of course, stay silly. I'll catch you all in the next video. Till then, later, and shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just have no idea how long this video is going to be, so I'm stalling. I think I said everything. It's kind of short and sweet, to the point. There are probably some points I probably could have else included. If you're still here watching this for some reason, let me know what you want to see. Or what questions you have. If you haven't yet, subscribe. Bye.